So I want to thank you. Let's push domestic tourism continuously as a team. I was telling you, COVID taught us one important thing, that when we have challenges and we are not able to travel as Ugandans, the whole tourism sector collapses. And it is a very, very big sector. I was giving you figures some time back. I was actually with the Ministry of Finance and they were correcting me. We'll get proper figures at the end of the financial year. But they had declared, I had picked from somewhere that as of the year 2025, tourism had brought in $1.7 billion. But PSST was telling me I need to give you proper figures because as we speak now, you're at actually 1.8 billion US dollars. So you can imagine how much revenue that is. And of course, almost now 1.7 million foreigners come into the country. But you can imagine if we have a challenge and there's no more travel, we lose all that money, all these hotels, all these other things collapse. But when we have you, the Ugandans, traveling, definitely then we can be able to maintain the sector afloat. So I see also our domestic tourism numbers growing. I think as of the year 2024, we had around 3.2 million Ugandans traveling domestically. Of course, half the number goes to visit relatives, half, almost 55%. It is only the other remaining number that goes to our sites, that travels for MICE, leisure and hospitality. And of course, we are trying to grow this number aggressively because this other half that travels mainly for tourism is the one that spends more. It spends actually almost twice than what these others spend. And our figures show us that out of these 3.2 million people that traveled in 2024, through them, there was an expenditure of around 5.4 trillion Uganda shillings. And that is a huge amount of money. Of course, most of this money goes to transportation, the biggest chunk, around 56% of it. The second goes to food, beverages, and all that, which is around 19%. And only 15% of that revenue goes to accommodation. And that's why it's important that we focus on this campaign so that we can turn around the figure for those that actually travel for leisure and tourism, so that they can be able to spend nights. Because those that don't spend nights, on average, spend around maybe 45,000 Uganda shillings. But the Ugandans who spend a night almost spend between 95,000 to 100,000 Uganda shillings. So you can see how important the tourism sector is to employment, because when they sleep in the hotels, the people employed there are Ugandans. When they are buying these foods and beverages, these are products produced by the very Ugandans. The people running these, who are in the transport sector, are with the Ugandans. So this is a sector that transforms our communities from top to bottom. And I still want to encourage more Ugandans. Please travel this beautiful country.